Welcome people to the internet, more specifically those of you watching this video. Now, you may notice we're in a little bit of a different position than we were last time. Well, that's because this is a little bit of a different character than we had last time. Similar name, but not quite exactly the same. I'm roughly 4, maybe 5 more entire days into this save than the other. Now, I just wanted to show off what I got going on in this save, what all I've built, what I've collected and everything. Now, this is not the main settlement that I've worked on. This is just a little something. I'm trying to get to 100 happiness, and as you can see, it's not going very well. I've got plenty of defense, so that can't be what's lowering their happiness. They all have a job. This may seem psychotic, having all these, I think these are clothing shops? Yes, clothing. I was going to read the sign that says right there, stupid. These are all clothing shops. Now, I know what you're thinking, Zach, that's stupid, there's no reason. Well, it turns out that at the max level clothing shop, if you have someone assigned there, they raise settlement happiness by themselves. That's not been patched out yet, to my knowledge. I really hope it hasn't. But because they're all working here, that should raise happiness immensely. Because there's people farming and there's enough food and they all have jobs, this should be working immensely. Because all of their beds are inside a building, this should be working immensely. But I don't know if you can tell by the little down arrow on the 90, it's not. Although this is the highest I've ever gotten it. The second highest I think was 75 I've ever gotten it. So this has made a definite improvement. But I cannot figure out what's going on to get this 100 happiness achievement. I'll get it someday though. Just not someday today. Now, I'm gonna go to my main settlement. And I don't want to show you the journey there because I want to keep a little bit of something concealed. But I will meet you when we get there. Welcome back everybody. Now, no, this is not it. This is not the entire settlement, this one empty block. What is the biggest part of the settlement should be coming into frame behind me right about now. As you can see, I made a floating building because it's pretty. And I put a nice little wind turbine there because it's functional. And it's pretty. I am not a man of only looks, I am a man of functionality. Now this place, I'm actually very proud of this place, even though the happiness is only 85, but I am very happy with it. I, for one, have my artillery here. Why? I don't know. I don't ever use it. The food setup, I will say, is not the best it could be, because I've not changed the food since I started the game, and as we saw before, I did not, I didn't care very much when on the main playthrough where I put the food, and I didn't care very much on my playthrough where I put the food, because it's where they need it, they can access it, there's no problem. Now before we go on up, I do want to show off this little bitty, oh yeah, I forgot to change this up a little bit. This is where my power armor storage is. Now on the bottom floor is only non-completed sets, and there are 2 stolen sets here. That should be the only ones though. Yes, 2 stolen sets I stole from raiders. Why it's considered stealing when it's from raiders, I don't know. They probably stole it themselves. Not stereotype, but yes, I'm stereotyping the raiders. It's what they do. But up here is where I keep my good power armor. This is the simple knight power armor with a nice T60C visionary on top of it because it fits it. Winterized T51 because I really like the idea that this is a vintage Anchorage T51. Yeah, old school right there. This is the, this is the Paladin. This is the Paladin armor you get, and spoiler alert, this is the, oh my god, Sentinel. I almost forgot, like a dummy, that you get, and they do give you a jetpack for free at the end of the game. As well, and I had to purchase this, by the way. I had to buy this T60E set. It was not cheap. This is T45, misspoke, sorry about that. I painted it to be Minutemen because I want all of them to be painted, and I didn't have a Minutemen one yet. This is my pride and joy right here. This is a fully upgraded suit of X01 with a jetpack, targeting, oh yeah, it's all Vault Tech too, so I get that +1 charisma while wearing it. It's pretty exciting. It's got the targeting helmet. Both arms have nothing, I don't think, but both legs have the calibrated for more carry capacity. I think that's what that is. Don't quote me, I could be forgetting. But the arms I don't have anything on because it's all unarmed. It all has to do with unarmed damage, and I didn't do any of that on this playthrough. And this is a full set of Raider that I found in the Glowing Sea, and I didn't have to steal. But yes, that's all. Just simple. And I got the, I could light it up more in here, but I like the industrial lights because it makes it feel like more of a warehouse. In this outside, this is a project that I'm currently working on. I'm gonna have these going all the way down the street and then all the way back up, making it like a power grid kind of thing. But as of now, I don't have nearly enough copper. It's gonna take a load, so it's not really working out right now. And there goes Codsworth. Now I'm gonna take you up to by far my favorite thing I've ever done in a video game. This light switch controls all the lights throughout all the base. We'll be seeing those later. But here, this is a very recent addition. This is the crafting room. I've moved all my crafting essentials up here. They got the weapon bench, armor bench, power armor, chem, and the cooking station. This was actually, I had to build this myself because the cooking station they give you here is an open flame, and that generally doesn't do good on a wooden floor in the sky. And then in this cooler is actually all my ingredients and food, right next to the little stove there. The chemistry station, I actually had to build this too because the one they gave you isn't very, I don't want to say attractive, but it just doesn't look very nice in a building. It looks like something you would have in a meth lab, which is really what it is. This is another full suit of X-01 painted with shark. I wanted to try out the Stealth Boy, see what that was about on another X-01, and it's not that great. It works like chameleon armor, which I don't like at all. But the paint job is real nice. This is one of the Hot Rodder comics you find. I'm not sure where you find it. I think you find it in the Atom Cat's garage. Because the flame is, yeah, Atom Cat's garage. And then in here, there's a bunch of power armor stuff. You'll notice the Brotherhood of Steel T60B. I actually sided with the Brotherhood of Steel in this playthrough. I got this during one of the final missions when I saw a dead knight, and I just took it off of him because he's not gonna need it anymore. I think in that room last, actually. This is the generator that powers it all. It's not very well hidden, but it's well hidden enough to where I don't mind it. This is the first room I actually built. This is where it all started. I just wanted to have a place to put my best weapons in the game, essentially. I got a nice little overlook here. Got some nice Nuka-Cola, one of which has phased through the table itself, but we're not going to worry about that. Yeah, you sit down, you have a nice view. Oh yeah, I have a bear head. Don't worry about that though. Got a nice view over the beginning area. I like it. I think it's cute. You know what? We'll go in reverse order. This is the penetrating overcharge Gatling laser. This falls over all the time. I've had it set up perfectly at least 3 times. It takes me about 5 minutes each because picking things up like this is annoying, and I just can't be bothered anymore. It runs on fusion cores, oddly enough, so I've got them set up beside it. This is extremely powerful, and I love it. I don't use it often though because I don't have any points in rapid fire weapons or heavy weapons, so I never really used it much, but it's still really cool. This is the shielded Gauss rifle. What I think is the strongest single damage bullet based weapon in the game. I get the 5.4 sneak attack critical damage on it because of the silencer, and it already does 400 base damage. So it does quite a bit of damage in one shot. There's definitely enemies that could survive that, but not many at all. And now my pride and joy out of all these weapons. Yeah. This building is my pride and joy. This is also my pride and joy. All of this is my pride and joy, but this is the center of pride and joy. This is the Big Merv. I'll show you what that does in a minute. I have to put it back too. You're welcome for spoiling you. Oh yeah, this is my bobblehead collection. I have every bobblehead in the game. I only had to look up, I think, 4 of them. Agility. Actually, I only had to look up 3 because I just missed small weapons because I'm an idiot. I actually got it on my other playthrough without having to look it up, so I'm not going to count that. Agility, strength, and endurance, I think. Maybe not endurance, but that's all I can think of right now, so it probably is. This is my little relaxation room, the latest addition to the nice flying fortress here. As you can see, we got a nice little chair with a bunch of magazines on the side in case you need to do some light reading. A TV. This is mostly just to remind me of the good old days before war and my son being kidnapped. Even though, you know, Please Stand By is probably reminding him more of that day than anything else. Nuka-Cola machine. I personally think the biggest design flaw in this game that you can't actually fit Nuka-Cola in here. I don't understand it. Even if you open this, even if, no matter what you do, you cannot fit a Nuka-Cola in there. It's so upsetting. Here's a little trash can in case you're sitting here and you want to, I don't know, throw away your trash. It's kind of the only point. Now, as you can see, I wasn't lying when I said this thing actually provided power. This powers this little terminal here. And that's a restricted area, don't go in there. Now this is actually for all the games. You pick out a game, you plug it, you load it up with the terminal, and you can play it on there. I thought it was a cute idea. Honestly, I think it personally looks better on the Pip-Boy, but not to a degree. I don't want to do this because it's cute. I haven't seen anyone do it, and I thought it would be a nice little original thing to add to my base. And fans, because, you know, it gets pretty hot in post-apocalyptica, as you may expect. Now I'm going to drop a quick save because I'm going to show you what the weapon here does. Quick saving even takes like 2 days on this character, as you can see. The Big Merv, I actually renamed it myself. This is a big boy with the experimental Merv launcher on it. And it got an auto-save as well. Double save just in case. Now, get ready, because it does quite a bit of damage. It hurts. Anything it hits, essentially, is already dead. It's so beautiful, too. Oh my god, the explosion effect is so beautiful in this game. I'm going to... Surprised that didn't kill me? So am I. I honestly expected it to. That was my plan to load the save, but you know what? We'll just do this instead. What have I done? I'm invincible. What? Okay. Ooh. I was excited for a second. Now I'm the exact opposite of excited. Disappointed? Yeah. Just like that. That's crazy. I don't know how I survived that. Honestly, I have no idea. I think I shot at least. Oh yeah, and in case you didn't know, that looks weird, I'm gonna have to fix this up. In case you haven't noticed, I survived the fall here. You know how? Where'd they go? Free fall armor. Prevents falling damage. If you want to know how to find it, look it up, because it is extremely convoluted, and I would have to show you, and I am not good at it. Whee! I landed on something. No, I don't remember putting that there. Weird. Oh, no, never mind. I remember why it's there. Now, this is where I used to have the beds. I still haven't torn it down. This is Mama Murphy's chair. I used to have the beds here, and I didn't realize it was still considered outside, or not under a roof. I didn't know that was what happiness was dependent on. And as you can see, I didn't have a roof here, and there were beds up here, so happiness was not very good. So I just moved all the beds into the general houses that are around. And then there's this. This was my base before I decided to make the flying one. I much prefer that monster over there to this, because this is cute. It's even got it's got lighting too. I forgot to turn the lights off. The electric bill's gonna be crazy. I just changed it into another place to put beds, as you can see. This little safe is where I keep everything. This is where I've kept everything I've collected over the time. I've spent so much time collecting this. Most of this is just here because I was over encumbered and couldn't be bothered to sell it. Except for the Silver Shout Armor. 10 out of 10 would play that mission again if that was physically possible. And some 3 light grenades. I don't know if those work still, because I finished the storyline, if that tells you anything. This is where I keep all my MISC stuff. I don't need it anymore, because when you're searching for tapes that you want to read for tapes that you want to listen to again, you can't be going through all that. This is the stuff like I have on me at all times. This is the stuff I never get rid of. It weighs a lot, but it's totally worth it. And honestly, it's really weird looking at it in a container still, because yeah, when I've a couple snip bags. Excel, look at that. That's ridiculous. I have no idea where I found that, and I refuse to use it because it reminds me that there is hope left in the human race. I did take my weapons, some of them, with me because there were some settlements getting attacked. I wanted to defend them, and it was not very easy with nothing but, I think I had a double shotgun because I love the double barrel shotgun. It sounds awesome. This is where I keep a couple of other magazines. I should really just move these up there, but I can't be bothered. Honestly, it's just too little work. Which is a very odd thing to say. Now sleep, my angels. I'll see you in the morning. This is where dog meat is. Nope, this is where dog meat is. Yeah. Woo! Dog. This is, I like to call it Merchant Row. It's just, what is you? Oh, I thought that was a normal. I thought it was a wall that I put down and forgot about. No. Fully upgraded everything, all the way from the general store to the armor store right there. I think the restaurant's right here. No, it's the bar. It's a restaurant, but it's called a bar. Clothing store, clinic, and weapon store. Really, the only ones I use are clinic, mostly for radiation, rather than healing, because infinite stim packs over there. Weapon shop, I would buy a couple mods if I didn't feel like wasting resources on them. General, I mainly buy copper and adhesive there, and armor. I never really used armor. I mostly used it for the selling, because that's the easiest thing to do with it. No, that's honestly about it. It's not glorious. It's not the flashiest place, but I love it. I really do. It's genuinely, it is one of my proudest things I've ever done in a video game. I love it here, and I want to keep building on that because it is one of the 2 rooms. The building room on bottom here and the room over there. I built both of those in a day, and it took me 8 hours. It was so difficult trying to get everything to look right, trying to get the wiring right. Good God, don't get me started on the lighting. Oh yeah, employees only. Only employees can use this. The lighting itself was a pain. Figuring out how to keep this powered, or how to keep the switches working without having these powering it, because they're so tall and they can actually reach some of the lights. If you turn that and have this little container right here, not container, the conduit right there, if you have it facing this way, everything in there is constantly powered because it powers that. You see that little thing right there? A small, tiny little thing right there? This powers that. Everything constantly has power, and it ruins everything. Very small things, very, very small things can ruin the lighting in there, and I'm so happy I've got that past me. But I might have to move the next couple of, actually I will, because of this, next couple of conduits this way, to where it's on the grass, and then have to loop it back, but I'm alright with that as long as the power stays able to be switched on and off. But that's honestly all I wanted to show. I wanted to brag. I'm not gonna lie. I like bragging. And this is definitely something to brag about, I feel. So, thanks for watching. I think we'll get back to normal series in the next one. But thanks for watching.